Hey everyone, SweetJohnnyCage here, back with another guide for Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree. This time I'm going to show you how to defeat the Death Knight boss in the Scorpion River Catacombs. This boss is more or less the same as the Death Knight in the Fog Rift Catacombs, however this one uses a two-handed axe, or a great axe, instead of the twin axes. So just a bit of a different moveset, but the boss is susceptible to backstabs just the same, and you're more or less going to employ the same strategy. To reach the Scorpion River Catacombs, you have to get to Rao Base, and the way to get there is via a cave in Scadu Altus near a small lake just northwest of the main site of Grace there. You really can't miss the lake, and then just go through the cave, and you'll end up in Rao Base. Okay, for the fight, the boss typically opens with those lightning incantations. I do recommend putting on a lamp for this fight just because his hands can be kind of hard to see with the dim lighting, so a lamp is really helpful. Just put on your quick bar. I've always had it on there since the start of the base game, so just really helpful. Like I said before, this boss is very similar to the other Death Knight in that it is extremely susceptible to backstabs, the only difference being that this one's moveset kind of puts him in different positions, so you kind of have to run for the backstabs, and you can't get them necessarily as easily. The boss always seems to finish his combos facing you, more or less, so you do have to try your best to get behind him quickly, and then just keep rinsing and repeating on backstabs. If you have any talismans that increase damage from backstabs or can restore your health from backstabs, go ahead and use that. The boss still has his grab attack where he can heal you. It's right here. I'm going to get grabbed by it. This thing is like the worst thing to get grabbed by because even if the boss is down to like 50% HP, he can basically restore himself to full health, and he can do this grab at any time. It's always available to him, I think, except maybe at the very start of the fight. I haven't ever seen him use it right off the jump, but he always has it available, so you got to be very careful. He also has this sort of like lightning shoulder charge ability. Basically, as soon as you see the boss spark with lightning, get ready for him to charge toward you. As long as you don't see any sort of like runes appear around him, when you do see the runes, that's basically going to be a lightning spear attack. But for everything else, once he crouches and then explodes with lightning, that's going to be the shoulder charge. You got to be very careful of that particular attack because even if you're blocking, it will deal a ton of stamina damage to you. And then he will try to break your stance with a very quick follow-up attack. So you got to be very careful. Once you see him crouch, just roll into him, and you should be able to dodge that shoulder charge. So even though the boss is very susceptible to backstabs, they don't necessarily deal a ton of damage to him. So even if you are choosing to exploit that strategy, it's still going to take you a little while. So I wouldn't recommend only going for backstabs. Do your best to attack him normally whenever you get an opportunity, but backstabs are just so reliable against this boss. If you're a magic user, you're going to have somewhat of a difficult time just because when you are far away from the boss is going to use his own incantations and start throwing lightning a lot more often than he would if you were in his face. So for that reason, if you're a sorcery user, maybe try using Carian Phalanx or any sort of magic that you can quickly get off while in someone's face, similar to a melee timing. That's my one suggestion for like a range build, is try not to do it from max range, otherwise you're going to have to deal with his own lightning attacks. But that's basically it. You've seen all the fight has to offer at this point, so I'll just let it play out, and I hope this has been helpful to you. Alright, if you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment. I'll do my best to help you out. If you're looking for more guides for Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree, please subscribe to the channel so you get alerted when new guides go live. If you're interested in supporting the channel monetarily, please consider becoming a channel member by clicking the join button below this video. You can also leave a super thanks by clicking the heart icon below this video. Don't forget to join my community Discord. The link for that is in the description below. As always, I'm SweetJohnnyCage. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.